my name is Donna and welcome to this new channel which will be called Fully Hooked, and it's a place where I dive into my current craft obsessions. So it can be crochet, bullet journaling or arts, painting, watercolor, or maybe even photography, and I hope someday knitting. I still can't knit. So first, introduction. So what this podcast will be about and why did I decided to make it. So this podcast will be about basically crafting and anything that I will be up to depending on my mood. So I have a lot of hobbies, I'm afraid to say, and most of them I develop quite an obsession of. So say for example bullet journaling and crocheting. And okay, so a little about me. So I'm Donna and I own Fully Hooked PH, which is a shop in Instagram and in Facebook. So my brand is more focused on sustainability or eco-consciousness. So this style I'm not quite proud of, but I love it. So besides buying on impulse, I did not buy them on impulse. So I actually need them for projects. So I hope it justifies it. So my brand Fully Hooked is focused on sustainability and eco-consciousness. So mainly my products were amigurumi or stuffed toys at first, and I sourced my my stuffing from donated fabric scraps by my college professor. She is a sideline part-time seamstress, and she makes this beautiful, eloquent clothes. I don't know what to call it, but they are clothes for Santo Niños. And well, she ended up saving a lot of her scraps. So I got them from her and I washed them and then dried them and then sanitized them, all of the shebang, and then I used them as stuffing inside my amigurumi toys. This podcast will be a bi-weekly thing, meaning I'll post every 2 weeks, I think, hopefully. And then in this channel I will show you what I have been up to the past weeks, and then if I manage to finish a project, whether it be a bullet journal page or a sticker set, because I also own a sticker shop. I co-own it with my cousin. So she makes great art, and I'm in a big art block, so I'm just admiring all of her drawings and living vicariously through her. And besides that, I also work as a graphic designer. So I'm not a full-time crafter yet, but hopefully I will be a full-time crafter, but I'm on my way there. And okay, so enough about me. Let's hang on, I'll check my notes. I'm so sorry, this is the first time. So enough about me, and later we will dive in to these yarns that I have here, but I'll hide them for now. And let's go to whips, or other would call it works in progress. Okay, so for my first work in progress, I have one of those ribbed tops again. So I'm almost 1/3, 2/3, 2/3 there. I'm almost 2/3 there. So I'm using, for this one, I'm using Oh My Yarn's 4-ply hand-dyed cotton in the shade Old Rose. And I love this. I love their hand-dyed cotton yarns. And one of the reasons is because it smells so good, and sometimes you can send a finished project on its own, but since we have this whole corona thingy, I will wash this and sanitize this before I send it to my friend who happens to order this ribbed top. Thank you again. And besides that, I have a background whip, which is these, which is also from Oh My Yarn. The tag is upside down, so I'm sorry. Yeah, so it's an Oh My Yarn 4-ply hand-dyed cotton, so it's in the shade denim blue. Yeah, so this is going to be a bralette. Also, I'm waiting for my stitch markers, so for now I'm using scrap yarns as stitch markers. Woo! Okay, and for my last whip, which is actually, I did this last night. Oh no, this is my second to the last whip. So I started this last night, and oh my gosh, it's so big. It was supposed to be a 5-inch amigurumi, and it will be a fox. So I'm using a yarn that I got from Shoppee, and I'm quite impressed. I usually don't like acrylic yarns, but this one I double pulled it, and then I'm using a 4.5mm hook. So I'm quite impressed because it looks so fluffy. And yes, I stuff it with my fabric scraps. So there's one there. I don't know if you can see it. And it's so fluffy. And it's my first time to use safety eyes, actually. I got the safety eyes from Shopee, and I got it super cheap. So I'll link it in the description. Everything I talk about here will be linked in the description. So this is from Shoppee, the yarn. I'll talk about the yarn later. Okay, and my last whip, which will probably take long. It will take a lot longer because it's not really one of the priorities right now. I prioritize this and the next whip that I'll be doing. So the next project that I'll be doing, and this one is not really a priority, but it's going to be, I planned this on, I'm actually blocking I'm blocking things in foam. I got this foam from packaging from, I don't know, maybe my boyfriend's telescope, maybe, I'm not sure. And this is going to be, I'm hoping this will be a cardigan, but I'm not I haven't computed how many squares I need, and yeah, it looks like that. So it will be different types of stitches. This will be just a double crochet square, and then this one has a heart, and then this one is like varied stitches, and I think this one is called a kiss stitch. Yeah, so this will be the most background whip. Okay, so that's it for my whips, and let's go to. Okay, so these are the whips, and let's say goodbye. And let's go to the yarn haul. Okay, so let's start with local sellers that are not local sellers that are not in Shopee. So you have to go through their pages. So the first one is this. I got this from Baguio Yarns by Miss Crochet a lot, and it's just, oh my gosh, the colors, I mean, it goes from lavender to periwinkle blue to what I would say lilac or lavender, darker lavender, I don't know, but this color variation is called hang on, sorry. This color variation is called periwinkle. Yes, this is periwinkle, and it's a cotton gradient fingering weight yarn. And they suggest using 3.5mm to 5mm hooks with this one, but personally I like using 2.5, 2.75 because I like my stitches a bit tighter. And what's surprising to me was that they have these tags, which is the pull tag, for you to easily find the start of the yarn. Yeah, see? So this type of yarns, they have basically eight threads. So they are multi-strand, and I won't recommend them for beginners because it can be a bit frustrating. So it's called Periwinkle Mood Cake. And then this vibrant girl is Anxious. Yes, it's called Anxious, and it's the same thing, gradient cotton fingering weight yarn, and I recommend 2.75 or 2.5mm hooks for this one. And I love them because they're soft and they are very, very nice when they're finished. And the project gradients, the gradient is so soft and subtle, and it's like magic. Okay, and the second shop I recommend is Hiraya. So this is my first time buying from Hirayah Crafts, and since I've been obsessing with all my yarns, solids, they do hand dyed so well. I wanted to look for shops that also sell their specific style of hand dyeing, and I found Hirayah Crafts on Instagram, and so I ordered a 200-gram cakes, and they are 100% cotton, and they are in 4-ply weight. And this is Dimple Dash. So for this one, I recommend 2.5mm hook, but you can go higher if you don't mind the stitches becoming too loose. Other people like that look, I just don't. And this is a sock weight yarn. And then this warm yarn is from Hirayah Crafts as well, and it's called Golden Bloom. So it has some terracotta and some marigold oranges and some pinks, and it's just this yarn. I mean, all of them. I have a special place in my heart for hand-dyed cotton yarns because They are made in cotton, so they are the least damaging to the environment. Well, cotton production is actually quite damaging to the environment, but I'm supporting local dyers, and they make very good variegated yarns and solids, as like all my yarns. And besides that, I also got some cotton acrylic yarn from, sorry, let's move you there. I got cotton acrylic yarn, which means it's like a milk, it's not milk cotton, but it's 55% cotton and 55% cotton and 45% acrylic, and it's called Ali's Cotton Gold, and it's a Turkish brand of yarn. Okay, so this one is in the color 485, which I would say is a sage green, and I'm in love. I don't always like green, even though I graduated from Rosal. I don't like green, but this green, I like it so much. And then the other one is in the color 161, and it's this warm mauve pink, light pink. It's not the pinky pink, it's just like the nude pink. I'm not very good at describing colors. And then this one is a heather dark gray, and I love it, and it's in the color 182. And then this one is called, it's in the color 87, and it's just a cool steel slate gray. Okay, so this one I got from Gantsilyo Buddies from Facebook. So they are called Gantsilyo Buddies, and so they also have Shoppie, but I ordered through Facebook. So I actually bought 2 of these, but I wound the other one into a cake. I wound the other one into a cake, and it's upstairs. And yeah, so I got 5 for 1,300 for 5 of these. And they actually are very soft, very squishy, and yeah. So let's move on to the ones I got from Shoppie. So the ones I got from Shoppie are not all from the Philippines, but there is one shop that I got this Indophil yarns from Miss Rosal Perito. If you're a member of crochet groups and Facebook, crochet Philippine groups, you'll find her name everywhere. She is kind of famous because people talk about her shop, her yarns, and no wonder, because this guy is so soft. I actually ordered these in separate colors. I left it somewhere, and they came in 4-ply, which means 4 thread. So I actually wound them up. So I ordered 4-ply peacock color, which is the blue-green aqua blue color here, and the white one. So I ordered peacock and the white, and I wound them up together to make 6-ply, and I like it. It'll be a mermaid blanket that my friend ordered, and I'm so stoked and scared because it will be my first big blanket commission. So pray for my soul. And the last shop is from Shoppie as well, and it's called called Zeaty, Zeaty, and that's where I got these from. Oops, sorry, excuse me. So that's where I got these from. So these are milk cotton yarns, and I ordered 4 of the orange and 2 whites and 1 black and 1 beige, just to try the beige. And I ordered 4 of the orange ones because that's what I'm using for this guy. So this is going to be a foxy lady, and she's made out of milk cotton yarns. And yeah, and then this one was 9-9 weakness, moment of weakness, and it was just to test because I was actually looking for yarns to try and make a cardigan for my cousin, and she likes she likes cardigans that are chunky, and this guy is, it's very chunky. So I would probably use around 5 or 6.5 to 6.5 millimeter hooks for this guy. It's super chunky, and it's actually very cheap. I got it for 66 pesos because it was on 9-9 sale. So maybe if you want some chunky yarns, you could wait for the 10-10 sale, and these will go a lot cheaper. And yeah, okay, so that's about it, and I hope that this is something that I can continue, and talking about crafting stuff is something you'd like to see. And yeah, so let me know for next week's episode. Let me know what you want to know about crocheting, and if you want to know more about my whips. Do you want some pattern reviews? Because I have started buying patterns from designers. Actually, the rib top that I make, this top that I am currently making is actually a pattern I bought from Etsy. So her shop name is Katya Shar, and she's a Russian crochet artist, and all of her patterns so far that I've bought is so good that I'm considering buying all of the patterns on her shop. And yeah, so I hope that you have found something you like in this chaotic mess, and I know it's a lot, and I know you can relate because you probably have some some stash, and I hope that this is something that you would like to see more of in the future. So let me know in the comments, and leave a like, and I hope maybe you'd subscribe. And yeah, thank you for watching and spending your time with me, and I hope that it is a time well spent. So remember to take one step at a time, and to always value yourself and know your worth. Thank you.